season is in full swing right now, and even though I don't do a lot of gardening, I do love to enjoy my husband's hard work. Let's be honest, right? He does the work and I enjoy the results. So now you can add an instant pop to your exterior with beautiful garden urns, and there are some tricks to making them easy and cost-effective and gorgeous. So please welcome Frank Ferragine!
I'm great. This is my time.
This is your time. It's your time to thrive, and we're all trying to copy you. Because, yes, we are.
Aww.
Look at how Frank's urns look. This is Frank's house. His landscaping is beyond. His urns are like taller than him.
Yeah.
And they're so beautiful and bountiful. And I think there are so many people these days that are looking for, they want to make urns. I know I want to make urns, but I want that heft.
Right.
You know, you want it to look really full, and a lot of people are going for height now, and there's a certain way to do that.
Yeah,
the right way.
Drama. So everybody's earning to be like others, right? I had to do the pun that's there. So let's just go and break it down. Before you even think about the drama, before you think about really the plants, you got to think about how am I going to make them last and make sure that you're going to be in success.
That's right.
So for success mode, you're going to go out there and select a container.
Okay.
You know, you can make a container into anything. You can take a shoe and plant into it. It can become a container. The key is making sure that there's drainage in that container. So this pot right here has no drainage hole. So what you can do for some drainage is actually you can take some used plant pots that you've already used, stuff them in the bottom. That creates an area where water will sit and the plant will sit out of water. So make sure you're going to do drainage. Next thing that you got to do is soil. So soil, you want to make sure that you're using a potting mix. And this potting mix could be like moisture control mix that you're using. That mix is going to be light enough to dry out, but then also be able to absorb water. So plants are not going to sit there too wet too long.
That's why you have to go for potting soil. It's not your regular gardening soil. It's got to be for a container.
Yeah, container or potting soil. Look for that.
Container or potting, okay.
Yeah, I usually use moisture control.
Okay.
Then the next thing is the plants. So now what you have to do is say, do I have sun? Do I have shade? We're going to pick the right plants for the right place. Success. If you put something that likes something in part shade into sun, it's going to burn out, right? We're all burnt out already. We don't need to burn out our plants. Right?
You're going to have it for 1 month, and then you're going to be kicking yourself because you're going to have to buy more plants halfway through the summer. We don't want that.
We don't want that. So then once we figure out our light requirements, so let's take, for instance, back here, where this is done by Sheridan, we then all of a sudden can create a planter that's going to look great. This one here is a big, impactful one that could be great on a table that has some of the cordylines in the center, that has caladiums. Then we have even, this is a perennial sedum, and then you got the blackie ipomea, which is a potato vine. Don't ask me why I know all these names. It's just child labor.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah, so that there is something that's just great, but it's all about light requirements. So that's going to do well in part sun. So let's start building now. So when it comes to container, one thing that you want to do is you talk about the height.
Yes.
So that's the thriller. I always say thriller, filler, spiller.
That's right.
Just remember that. So the thriller could be something like this, which is a jasmine, which I love. It could be another patio tropical. It could be over here. We could go and get this nice canna lily as well. That's going to grow huge in height and create that drama.
Yes.
That one that people are going to say, you are somebody.
You count.
You count because you have a great thriller.
Before you do any of this, though, make sure you go and get an apron like Frankie's.
Yeah, yeah. I just wanted to try to remain clean a little bit.
I just like it.
So we're going to put that into the center. You can, with a thriller, you can either put it in the center or you can put it back towards the back of the pot. I'm just going to use this container right here with the soil just to kind of fill in. So we're just going to build that first step. That's your first step, which is your thriller.
And this drama, I mean, if you can start with something tall like that in the middle or near the back, you're already winning. Because,
already.
Right?
Yeah, it's already, and really what we're trying to do is just kind of create that height that goes down and then flows down. What's neat about this jasmine is not only will it grow up, it's a vine, it's also going to grow down and trail. So it's going to do twofold for us.
Okay.
Next is what we're going to want to do is put a little bit of some fillers in.
Yes.
So you know what? Geraniums. They're grandma's favorite.
They are.
You know why?
Because they last.
Because they last. They work. I say it all the time.
They're still pretty. Like that pink and the red is really lovely.
Yeah, and if you take a look, actually, I'll flip this container around. If you could hold that for me, that's great. Look, you're just doing what you do with Leo. You just hold things.
Usually I have a drink in my hand.
Yeah, exactly. Get away from the drink. So if we look there, we can see that it's almost a whitish pink. So these kind of blend in nicely with each other. The center of the jasmine actually has a little bit of a pink hue in it. So then what we're going to do is pop that filler in. So the filler.
But are you going to stick with one color all around? Or
no, I'm going to do a little bit of white and pink today. I just want
white and pink is nice.
I just want to do it like soft and kind of airy.
Like, I don't want too many colors in there, but if you keep it to 2.
2 or 3.
Look at me getting bossy. I'm not even doing any of the work.
Yeah, 2 or 3 colors.
A couple of colors.
You want to make sure that you're just kind of making it look nice and soft. But I thought I'd be a little bit more on my feminine side today.
Yeah, that's nice, Frankie.
We're going to add a little bit of white. So this is the Sunshine Impatient, White New Guinea. What this does well is in part sun, but you got to remember, as you're building the planter, this top plant will start to shade the bottoms.
That's true.
So even though this will be in full sun, this is a full sun container, the reason why I'm putting some part sun plants in there is just to kind of make it shade away. So we're just
that's good thinking ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it is going to shade it, so you want partly sun.
Where's another one? There we go.
Very nice.
And then, so you're just, these are your fillers, right? So we got our fillers. Now, you want to spill.
Yeah.
How do you spill normally?
Well, I would try. I've told you the mistakes I've made before. This guy's like, I'm blowing up his phone all the time. What about my bougainvillea? It didn't work. So I try and get the gorgeous plants I see at the gardening centers that trail. And then what I've been doing wrong is not getting the right brands. Like, it's in full sun, and obviously they can't handle it. So I haven't done it very well.
Okay, so you see right there?
Yeah.
This is called the plant
full
tag.
sun.
It's an amazing thing.
So read it? Is that what you're saying? Got it.
So we can add right there.
I'm going to try that.
So then all of a sudden, boom, right? So we got a little bit of white, pink.
Yeah.
This is going to trail down. So all of a sudden, you can just start to see that you very easily, and a lot of times people get intimidated. You can see the way that I'm dealing with these plants, too.
I get intimidated.
I'm ripping the bottoms off.
Yeah.
You're popping that in. This one here is a little bit on the full side, but we're trying to do it for instant gratification.
Okay.
And by doing it for instant gratification, then there we can have a nice
So let me
container.
ask you this. When it comes to the container, is there such thing as overfilling it or using a container that's just too small for the roots that are going to be planted in
That's a great question. So what generally happens during the summer months is the dominant plants in here will take over.
Yes.
Those ones that are not going to be happy, and it can be based upon the summer. So let's say that we have a summer that's really hot and dry. What's going to happen on a hot, dry summer is the jasmine in the center is going to do fantastic. It'll do fantastic in everything. The geraniums will do really well, but you'll start to find that the calanchulas, not calanchulas, the calabricolas, the million bells on the outside there, will start to almost kick back a bit.
Okay.
But if it's a cooler summer, you'll see that the calabricolas in the front will do very well. So we're basically selecting some plant material here, so no matter what the weather will be,
they'll be okay.
It'll be great overall.
Okay, interesting.
Do you want another one? Do we have time for another quick one?
Probably not.
Okay, you guys keep going, and then I'll...
Yeah, if you...
I was going to do one for shade.
That's a nice one. What's that called?
This is called fuchsia.
It's called fuchsia, and it is fuchsia.
Yeah, and so what's neat with fuchsia is it attracts hummingbirds, good for part shade.
Nice.
So what I would do with the fuchsia, just to let you know, I would combine the fuchsia with the tuberous begonia, like that. Okay, and then I would also put some creeping Jenny. Creeping Jenny.
She's so creepy.
She's so creepy.
That
but
Jenny.
I would just blend those together, and there you have a nice shade container.
And you know what else is cool about you? You did all like the corals and the pinks, which are hot this season. You're always on trend.
I try to be on trend.
You always are, including the apron. Now, all of these plants on the urns are from Sheridan Nurseries. They're ready for all your gardening needs. They're amazing. And thank you to them for supplying Frank with all this amazing material.